It's Saturday, September 19th, 2020, and I have a number of experiments going here. I've put the high power LEDs in the 4 LED unit for the Chamber of Doom, and I've set them at the current limit at 375 milliamps, and everything seems to be going fine. The temperature is stable at 92 degrees around, and I need to put some sort of support on that. Just from vibration, walking around that thing's gonna pretty quickly break. This is getting pretty warm, hot actually. And the boost converter is also pretty hot. So earlier I started doing this. I had it at 20.5 volts over here, so it's 24 here off the boost converter. And 20 here. It's 24 because the fan needs 24 volts. So it wasn't working. I had that set up for 375, and then it wasn't going above like 25 milliamps, no matter how much I spun the current controller here. Here's a side note here. You've probably, if you worked on these things at all, worked on electronics, you know that trying to turn these things with a screwdriver is a hassle, because it just slides out of the slot, so you can't look at your meter and spin it at the same time, because you got to look at this to pay attention to, it's ridiculous. So what I did was I took some brass tubing, cut little rings, and glued them on there to keep the screwdriver automatically contained. You should just have like a Phillips head or a Allen head, something like that. Torx maybe. No, Torx would be great. So Phillips head would be the best, but I guess they have to make these things dirt cheap, so slashing a slot across them is about as cheap as you can get. Although, it's kind of ridiculous, because you can buy a box of 100 stainless steel screws, any style you want, for like $5 on the MasterCard. So how much could it cost to have these dials made with a Phillips head in it? You do $1 million of something that costs nothing. So anyway, so it wasn't going anywhere. I'd spin in the dial and nothing's happening. It's stuck at 25 on fairly feeble glow, and then it hit me. It's because I have not really gotten to the forward voltage of the LEDs. They're not going to be drawing all the amps that you can deliver to them, or restricting them to, at 20.5 volts. Makes me wonder about the Ravios, if maybe that has something to do with goofing them up. I don't know. So anyway, of course I have to have the boost voltage at least 3 volts higher than the buck voltage for it to work properly. So now this is going to be 29 volts to be 3 over the 26 I have to have on here. That's 6.5 volts for the forward voltage of the LEDs times 4, so 26 volts. And then so this at 29 volts would be burning the fan out. You run really fast and then dying probably pretty quick. So what I have to do is put a resistor in here. I calculated I needed like 200 ohms, and then it's going to be 4 watts, which is over the limit of this, which is probably going to be a big problem here because it's already warm just from running this. Slap the fan on top of that, and what do you get? You get the magic smoke. Anyway, there wasn't a 200 ohm resistor in the pack of 2 watt resistors I got, and of course 2 watts is only half of what it's supposed to be. I'm thinking, am I misfiguring something here? That is it only like a watt or a half watt or something? Because I'm coming up with 4 watts here. So this is only 2 watts. It should die pretty quick. I'll try that later anyway. Oh, by the way, this is running a little fan in there. And then I also got another experiment going here, the green banana test, to see if you're getting actual ultraviolet C. And we're going to see, is the banana going to turn brown? This has been going for like a half hour already, and the temperature, I got a thermometer clipped to it, and it's holding steady at about 92 degrees, which is a good sign. And this, when I started, it was at I think it was at 70%, something like that. Now it's at 61, another good sign. So you'll see what happens. Hopefully these heat windows will be enough to carry away the heat. If not, maybe I could like install a miniature fan inside there.